What a time to be alive if you're a tennis fan. Today, we've just witnessed what could be one of the greatest tennis matches ever, what has been surely one of the greatest tennis comebacks ever, and with the whole narrative and circumstances that surround this Grand Slam title by Nadal, we might just have witnessed the greatest tennis victory ever. Let's start by stating the obvious. With this victory, Nadal is the first male player to reach 21 Grand Slams, surpassing Djokovic and Federer, who are his obvious GOAT rivals. But I think what makes this victory so great is the resilience by Rafael Nadal. How again, but this time at the age of 35, he's been able to come back from what could have been a career-ending injury. He arrives to this Australian Open after being over 6 months out of the tour, only playing one tournament before. Yes, Djokovic is not in the draw, but he beats Shapovalov in a dramatic 5-setter at the quarterfinals, in a match that surely gave doubts to everyone about Rafa's physical state, then goes on and beats Berrettini in the semifinals, and in the final he has to face who is arguably the best hardcourt player in the world. Daniil Medvedev loses the first 2 sets after serving for the second set and even having a set point on his own serve, and at that point in the match Rafa already looked tired. His legs were not there, his forehand was not being as good as usual, and Medvedev was playing at his highest level. At that point in the match it looked almost impossible to see Rafa coming back. Not because he was mentally out of it, but a guy that has been out of the tour for so long, someone who has not played a 5-set match in over 6 months. It was unthinkable that Nadal could have the physical condition to overplay Medvedev in the next 3 sets, and in a match that now had to be more than 4 hours long. That looked almost impossible, but with Rafael Nadal, nothing is impossible. We're talking about the greatest warrior in the history of the sport, someone who never gives up no matter what the score is, and that surprisingly in this match started to move better in the 3rd set. In that set, he was able to save 3 crucial break points, turn it around and send us to a 4th set. A 4th set which again, you would ask, how much has Nadal got in the tank? Is this guy really 35 years old? His forehand started doing more damage, he started to serve better, and his backhand down the line was one of the key shots to turn the match around. It wasn't like Medvedev decreased his level, it was Rafa that raised his level, and his will just carried him through. The intensity he maintained in the last 3 sets was absolutely crazy, and of course he was very tired in the 5th set, but so was Medvedev. And after losing the game where he served for the match, even having 30 love, something that would have broken the mind of anyone, Nadal broke straight back and served the title out, winning 7-5 in the 5th in 5 hours and 24 minutes, the second longest final ever. Curiously, 10 years after the longest, where Nadal in that occasion lost 7-5 in the 5th set. Pretty big coincidence. So why do I consider this to be the greatest victory in the history of men's tennis? First of all, like I said before, breaking the Grand Slam record, breaking the tie between the big 3. Second of all, the circumstances, Nadal coming back from a potentially career-ending injury in his foot. And third of all, who he beat in the final, and especially how he beat him. Coming back from 2 sets down at 35 years old against a 25-year-old, who before the match anyone would think that a long and physical match would benefit him, but Nadal was able to resist in incredible manner, physically and of course mentally. Also the fact that Nadal had only 1 Australian Open title, the place where he has lost so many heartbreaking matches. 2 of the finals he lost, he had a breakup in the 5th set. He lost the break he had in the 5th set today, and he still was able to overcome all the ghosts that I'm sure he had in his head at 5-all in the 5th set. That takes unbelievable mental strength. So, although it's been a quite short video, I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know your thoughts on the match in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Let's appreciate some of the historic matches that we're living in the past few years, because you never know how much of these matches you will have in the future. And I don't think we will have many with such importance for the history of tennis. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!